Prentice Gautt was our Jackie Robinson. There were other athletes who were more talented, Jackie admitted, and Prentice admitted, than they were. But they didn't have, from my perspective and others, they didn't have the disposition, they didn't have the emotional and emotional grounding to allow them to be subjected to not only the overt taunts and the overt conditions of racism, but the covert ones.
The rapid change in the segregation situation is one of the marvelous things that has happened in America in my lifetime. I remember when we first played Texas, Prentice's first year, the Dallas law was that a Negro could not stay in the same hotel overnight with a white. So I remember they could eat with us and so forth, but I remember Prentice being in a team meeting and then dinner and then the show, and I was putting in a cab and driving him over to the Negro Hotel to spend the night, and then I picked him up in the cab the following morning before breakfast and took him back.
Well, the only bowl game that I went to was the Orange Bowl in 1959. And all the wives always went to those games. Now, things were still pretty segregated in those times. We did stay at the same hotel, but our social events were with prominent blacks in Miami.
Now, after the game, they have this really elaborate party at a very exclusive country club there in Miami Beach, and Prentice couldn't go. And so it was a real problem because we weren't going, the team wasn't going. But the people, the powers that be, said, look, let's see where we can work this out. So we're kind of standing around the front of the hotel. The buses are there to take us to the fancy country club. And what's going to happen? What's going on? About that time, a great big, long limo pulled up, and Cab Calloway. Was a real star. Stepped out of the limo, had two lovely young ladies with him. They got Prentice and got in the limo, and away they went. All our guys wanted to go with Prentice. I mean, they had to go to this team party, but that was unfortunate. That was not a situation it should have been, but that's the way it was. But like I said, Prentice was, always was, just a gentleman, unbelievable guy. Bright, smart, Dr. Prentice Gautt, just a wonderful guy.
Prentice did not want to be known as he said, a jock. And I think in the end, he really wasn't known as being a jock because he grew so much more than that. He did so many more things than just be an athlete.
He had the ability, his God-given ability, I think, in terms of temperament, to be able to put all of that in perspective and realize that he was here to play football and also to get a degree. I like that about him. Because it took an individual who was a student athlete in the truest sense of the word, but we lucked out with him.